My mother is a full-blown narcissist. There is a difference between a person that is selfish and a narcissist. All narcissists are selfish. My mom would often call me selfish in a rage when I would explain my feelings and how I'm being hurt in her home. Whether it was her, my stepdad, or my brother. It's like your mom should know your heart better than anybody else. She should know who you are at your core. The fact that she's misunderstanding my heart, taking shots, it's like I was constantly in a position where I had to defend myself. That's the heartbreaking part. You shouldn't have to defend yourself to anyone that's supposed to understand you and love you. You're constantly having to fight for your own worth. No matter how much I tried to explain my heart, my intentions, she either didn't listen or she twisted it to fit her narrative. They make it about their comfort and their need, not your truth. Even though she should already know me at my core, who I am. When someone doesn't acknowledge your worth or your identity, you're not just fighting for respect, fighting to be seen for who you truly are. It's exhaustion. It's draining. You shouldn't convince somebody who should already get it. I'm selfish for explaining how I'm hurt and my feelings. She would point out, what about how anybody else feels? It's like, yeah, if they expressed themselves, I would care how they felt. Like, what do you even mean right now? I'm selfish. What am I even supposed to do with that type of logic? If anyone were to share with me how they actually felt and were honest, I would care. Because I care how others feel. Like, yeah, mom, I'm selfish. I was sticking by a addict for years, just driving him to every rehab in the state, making his problems my problems. Sure, I'm selfish for expressing my feelings. If I was selfish, I wouldn't have cared enough to go through all that. I'm trying to find a space to be myself and express how I feel, and that makes me selfish. I'll be selfish, just keep showing up for everybody else. Every friend, every boyfriend. I'm selfish. I gave you a $10,000 loan for your truck so you can have a successful business. I found out your husband was struggling. I got him to a rehab that night while you just let him suffer for months and waste all the money. But I'm selfish. I'm the one that shows up. I'm the one that puts people's problems before my own. Where's your logic? Constant love and support have been so consistent that it's so far from selfish. She's selfish and just projects it onto me that can't take any accountability for her behavior. They can't face their own flaws. Just have to shift the blame towards somebody else. You called me crazy to other people. It's no wonder your friends cut you off. Trying to undermine my relationships instead of actually understanding the truth. Trying to make me seem untrustworthy. She didn't care to understand what happened. She just wanted to put me down. That's malice. She just wanted to paint me crazy because she can't control me. It's not about truth for her, it's about control. All she wanted was control over narratives, never really cared for my well-being. Narcissists don't want to be seen for who they truly are. They'll do anything to discredit you. She wanted to invalidate my right, my birthright to feel. Something that's completely natural and healthy, expression of feeling, to attack me and make me feel like I'm a problem, experiencing pain in the first place. I always got the message that I don't care that I hurt you. Get over it. Made me feel guilty for having needs, for having emotions in the first place. She told me there was 8 billion people I can get my needs met from. She didn't get hers met either. Basically reducing my value, something so transactional. That's just another example of how unempathetic she is and how detached she is. It's not about mutual understanding or respect with narcissists. About what they can get out of you. And if you're not serving that purpose, I have no problem replacing you. Like, wow, thank you for telling me I basically don't matter, that there's other people in the world. All the love and care that I ever gave to her, it was nothing. It's not about genuine love or connection. It wasn't about me being her child. It's about how I fit into her needs. Devalue you, narcissists, when you no longer serve them. You would unblock my number as a form of punishment. It's a way to keep me anxious, uncertain, constantly threatening to kick me out when I was under her roof. Basically, I needed to get in line. I couldn't just be myself or say what I wanted to say. I had to stay in line. It's such a contradiction that she's out here smearing my name, calling me crazy to people, but then telling other people she loves me. Get the fuck out of here. You're fake as fuck. You can't sit there and play these mind games, emotional, manipulative mind games, and pretend you're the one that loves me the most. I'm done. Not fooling anyone, especially me. Then my stepdad would come into every single argument me and my mom had, trying to convince me it's my mom who had my back the most, my mom who loved me the most. What the fuck? Are you serious right now? You're gonna tell me the woman who constantly invalidates my feelings, emotionally manipulated me, loves me the most? And after my stepdad threatened to harm my life, physically harm me and take me out, called my aunt. She said, I don't know how your mom could sit there and say she loves you, but let that happen. This is the same woman who talks shit about me and tells me how selfish I am. Sat there knowing abuse was happening while protecting somebody that's hurting me. That comes from emotional manipulation. It's not love. And the worst part, she can't even see it. Denial goes so deep. The manipulation goes so deep. Not only in how my mom treated me, but the distorted reality of the situation. Like enabling abusers, refusing to acknowledge the truth. Mom let me suffer, then turned it around, twisted everything, and blamed me for everything. I can't see how wrong it is because she's so wrapped in her own dysfunction. It's the kind of love that makes you feel completely alone and crazy and doubting yourself. Others around can see the truth, even if my mom can't. No one could confront my mom. No one held my mom accountable, called her out for her manipulation, how abusive she is. Everyone was too scared to disrupt the narrative she created. People around my mom let her manipulate me and gaslight me. Enablers are just as bad because they're turning a blind eye to the abuse. I used to think abuse was just physical abuse. It only counted if somebody hit me. I was getting emotionally abused. I started to wonder, is this abuse? The emotional manipulation, the gaslighting, but narcissistic abuse is real and damaging. Bruises are not visible. Emotional abuse is real, and it hurts just as much. The dysfunction ran so deep when I was getting emotionally abused as a teenager from somebody I was dating. I was so unsupported. She did nothing to protect me from that. She acted stupid, like she didn't understand what was going on, making me feel like my pain didn't matter. I felt so alone in that dysfunction. That's what narcissistic abuse does. It isolates you. Makes you feel like your pain doesn't exist. I'd be a teen, like, she'd text me like, who do you got? It's such a manipulative thing to say. Trying to make me feel abandoned and helpless, as if I was alone in the world without anyone to support me, using my vulnerability to continue to manipulate me and control me. Like being emotionally abused and then being told you have nobody, that you're alone in the world. I want to break you down so you don't have the strength to stand up for yourself. And everybody around my mom was reinforcing her image as perfect, a kind person. It gaslit me into thinking I was wrong, feeling the way I do. In reality, I was seeing things very, very clearly the whole time. Everyone would co-sign her bullshit. I was the one living the reality of what was happening while everybody else was like in delusional land. She kept a sweet, caring facade. Behind closed doors, she was judgmental. She would talk about everybody in an ice-cold way. If you knew her, you were talked about. But just to me, it made me question everything about her character. It's like she was two different people. I was the one who had to witness her true colors, two-faced behavior. Mom wanted to triangulate. She tried to compare my experience to my brother's, trying to make me feel like I was the problem. I didn't have trauma. And when I did tell her I had trauma, she told me to get over it. She tried to gaslight me, making it seem like I was the only one with the issue. That when I'm around, that's when there's a problem. That's the thing. Narcissists can't handle anybody else's pain, especially when it forces them to face their shortcomings. They'll tell you to get over it. Minimize your pain. Make you seem like you're the problem, not the dysfunction they're creating. They gaslight you like you're the one that's causing the chaos. When in reality, it's her behavior, it's the issue. Function isn't normal. Putting the blame onto me, what narcissists love to do. Project their own flaws onto other people. My brothers didn't challenge my mother. That's why I was a threat. Who posed the most threat to her control? Me. Challenged her behavior. I became a target. Cater to those that don't challenge them. Other people have a completely different experience with her. She cooked for my brothers, cleaned for them. Stay, and they're grown. By doing everything for my brothers, she keeps them dependent on her, which in a way makes her feel like she's still in control. Even though they're grown. They don't work. All about control for narcissists. Narcissists lack empathy. When I got sick with a chronic illness, instead of being supported, she looked at it as an inconvenience to her life. Just adds more emotional neglect about me or my health. I can't handle anything that takes the focus off them, even as something serious as my health. Chronic illness is from trauma. It's from narcissistic abuse. It's from what she caused. POTS isn't just a random health issue. The result, the emotional and psychological trauma I faced. Instead of acknowledging the harm she caused and being there for me, she wasn't. Her needs come before anyone else, even when their child is in a crisis. I needed support the most. She couldn't offer it. Dark and light don't mix. Walk away, even if it's your family.